Hello students. So today we are going to start with a new chapter, and we all are thinking about which new chapter we are going to start with. Actually, the chapter that we are going to start is related to some of the most important parts of our body. Now when I am saying that parts of the body, you will obviously be thinking such parts of the body which are like hand is a part of the body, leg is also part of the body, our face, the eyes, the nose, the mouth in our face, those are all parts of the body. So you must be thinking that today the teacher is going to teach us about these eyes, this nose, these lips, hands and legs. But do we know that apart from these parts of the body which we can see from outside, there are many other parts of the body which are present inside our body which we cannot see, but they are there inside our body. So actually today we are going to study about those parts of the body which are actually present inside our body and cannot be seen from outside, but they are very important for us, and they are doing a very important task, a very important work for all of us. We are going to relate it with one example, and let's designate this through that. Let's try to understand about it through that example. Like for example, if I say that in the afternoon for your lunch time, your mother is coming to you, she is giving you food, and then she is asking you to have your food. So what do actually? You use your hands, your fingers to pick up that morsel of the food from your plate, then you put it in the mouth, and then the food, once gone in the mouth, you chew it, and it is going inside our body, which we are, that much we are knowing. But where it is going, why it is going there, and what is happening to our food when it has already gone there, that we will be learning in this chapter. So till the time you were picking up the food, you were using the external organ of your body, that is the hands. But once you have put it inside your mouth and it has already gone inside, then the internal organ of your body comes into play, comes into action, comes to work. And that is what we are going to study about, the internal organs of our body. So let me name some of them, and you will recognize what I am talking about, and all of these will be the internal organs of our body. For example, we know that we are having brain. We all keep on saying you have a lot of brain. Sometimes the people are saying you do not have any brain. So it means that there is something inside our body which is known as a brain. Brain is one such internal organ of our body, which is the most important organ of our body, and we know that the brain is present here because every time we are tapping our head only to use our brain. Isn't it so? It means the brain is present here. That is one first most important internal organ of our body. Now the second is stomach, very common term. So the example which we are talking about, that we take the food inside our body, and then the food is actually going in our stomach, which is another internal organ of our body, which is a part of our digestive system. The food which is going in our stomach is getting digested, broken up into smaller parts there. So that is why we say that digestion is occurring in our stomach. So that is why stomach is the part of our digestive system. Now, one more important internal organ, very important, when we are placing our hand in our chest, we hear that laben, that sound which is coming from inside. What is that? Yeah, you know, heart. So heart is another very important internal organ of our body, which is present right here in our chest area. Now on the both the sides of the heart, another important organ of our body, that is the lungs, are present. So this way all these Organs are important, so let's look at the video. Standard 5, chapter number 21, Environmental Studies. Now, the name of the chapter is Busy at Work, Our Internal Organs. Let's see. Can we all recall our human body? For example, in the classroom, we are having a sheet and we call a student. We ask the student to stand in front of the sheet and draw the outline of the body. Here we get the outline. Let's locate the different organs of our body, the brain, the lungs, the heart and the stomach. This way, we are getting to know about the location of these organs in our human body. Along with the location, we also need to study about their functions. Can we tell that which parts of our body keep on working even while reading? There are many organs in our body which are present inside our body, known as the internal organs. We all can see some of the internal organs in our body right here. These organs keep on working all the 24 hours of the day. Let's try. We have to count the number of times we breathe in 1 minute while reading a book. Breathing, another name for this is respiration. We all know that we all need food, water and air to live. We know we breathe in air all the time, getting the oxygen from the environment all around us. Now this oxygen goes inside our body through the nose. So we all can see here, after the nose, it is traveling through the trachea, that is the windpipe, and going to the lungs. We all can see the two lungs situated inside our body. The main windpipe enters into the two lungs and again divides into many smaller branches. We all can see the different branches, the thinner branches of the windpipe inside each lung. Just below the two lungs is one part of the body which is very flexible and can all the time move up and down. Exchange of gases. As soon as the air reaches into the alveoli. Remember, the alveoli are small bag-like structures which are present all around inside the lungs. Then exchange of gases take place. We know what exchange of gases? Oxygen going inside and carbon dioxide coming outside. Oxygen we need for energy in our body, so that is why we always inhale, breathe in oxygen. We know that all around us there can be many dust particles which are harmful as well to us, as well as the microorganisms again harmful for us. So in order to protect our body from these harmful substances, hair-like structure known as cilia and some sticky substance which is known as mucus is present in our windpipe. These two substances absorb the harmful microorganisms and the dust particles. Now let's take account of the time of we breathe while running or sleeping. There will be a difference in that. The effects of smoking. We all know that smoking is a very bad habit. Whenever we are smoking, that along with the smoke, many harmful substances go inside our body and they get accumulated, they get stored up in our lungs. which is very, very harmful for our body. So the lungs get affected due to this, because of which the breathing capacity, the air taking capacity of the lungs reduces. Can anybody tell me where does the air go? Ultimately, it is going into the alveoli. You all can see the alveoli here. These are the small bag-like structures present in both the lungs. So, after smoking or due to smoking, the breathing capacity of alveoli reduces. We should never ever smoke. This is an example of passive smoking. Due to passive smoking, smoking has been banned in public places. The next process which goes on in our body is digestion. For this, we have the alimentary canal present inside our body. Whenever we eat food, the food goes into the alimentary canal for digestion. Digestion means breaking the food into smaller particles so that it can be absorbed by the blood. Whenever we eat, the food goes in the alimentary canal. You all can see here, the uppermost part of the alimentary canal is mouth and the lowermost part is anus, as we all can see, and many different organs which are also known as the digestive organs are situated in between the mouth and the anus. This is the entire picture of the digestive system as well as the lungs they are also showing, and the brain. Digestive organs. Let's study about the digestive organs now. Here we can see one lady eating food. When we eat food, the food is first chewed by the teeth in our mouth, and in this way, after mixing the food with saliva, the food becomes bolus. Bolus is the form of the food ball which can be swallowed inside. Now, after the formation of the bolus, the small intestine, they are showing in a human body, the small intestine is 7 meters in length. The main digestion and the main absorption of the digested food takes place in the small intestine. After that, the undigested food along with water moves into the large intestine, which is about 1.5, that is 1.5 meter long. In the large intestine, the reabsorption of extra water is done so that no extra water is given or removed out of our body. The undigested food material is thrown out of our body through the anus. Let's study the importance of water for our body. Water is very, very important for our body. We should always be drinking lots of water in our daily life. Whatever food we are eating, the digestion of that food and the passing of that food in our body is depending upon water. If water is not there, it cannot take place. So drink a lot of water all the time. Otherwise, the main problem that occurs is constipation. Now again, we all can see the exact location, the entire alimentary canal, along with this certain digestive organs also there. After the mouth, we have just see here, esophagus. Esophagus is the food pipe and trachea the windpipe. Both are situated just aside each other, opening in the same place. So, never eat in a hurry and also avoid speaking while eating. Do we know why? Because in case if we are speaking while eating, then some food can also enter the food. Instead of food pipe, the food can enter into the windpipe. Now let's just see the teeth. The teeth is again important part of our body. it is being covered by enamel, which is the hardest substance of our body. We all enjoy eating food. What about the tongue? The tongue has taste buds. The salty taste, the sweet taste is felt due to the tongue. Here we all can see the food item getting spoiled by microorganisms. We can see the fungus here. So always avoid eating such food items which have got spoiled. Now see here, what we all can say, the systems in the body. Here we can see mainly the respiratory system with the nose, the windpipe, the two lungs and the diaphragm below the two lungs. This is forming the respiratory system of the body. This way we have many different systems in the body. A system is an orderly arrangement of organs in our body performing one function. If we see here, what we all can see here, the alimentary canal, basically energy for the body. Do we know from where do we get the main energy? The main energy of our body is obtained due to the oxygen which we are breathing in through the respiratory system and the food that we are digesting in our digestive system. So in this way we all can say that in order to get energy we need two systems together, the respiratory system and the digestive system. What do we conclude from here? The circulation of blood in our body. Whenever the blood is flowing, the blood is carrying with it all the important substances from one part of the body to another part of the body. Can you all see here the blood flowing? Which organ of the body pumps the blood and brings it into flow? The heart. The heart is situated in between the two lungs in the chest area, which is also known as the thoracic area. This is the circulatory system showing all the blood vessels here. The red color blood vessels and the blue colored blood vessels. Red color carrying oxygenated pure blood. Blue colored blood vessels carrying deoxygenated impure blood. And here we have, just see the circulation of the blood through the heart and the blood vessels. This is how we all can relate the circulatory system. So in a way all these systems are interdependent. We can see a person sitting waiting for the food. This is what we all can see here. Let's study about the salivary glands. Salivary glands secrete, give out. Secrete means give out saliva. The saliva is present in the mouth while chewing the food. And it is only forming the bolus. You all can see here again the systems. Now we come to another system which is known as the nervous system. The nervous system is made up of many different nerves. All the different organs of our body are connected with the nervous system. The brain is the main monitor of the nervous system. The brain only controls the entire nervous system, and the nervous system, because it is connected with all the different organs of the body, that is the internal organs of the body, that is the reason how the brain controls the working, that is the functioning of the different internal organs of our body. See here the location of the brain inside our skull. Skull is the bone which is protecting our brain. The brain is the most important part of our body. See how the message, which is also known as impulses, is being sent by the brain to the different parts of our body. Can you all locate here? You can see a structure of the bones being formed all around the different internal organs for their protection. Just see here, this is another bad habit. Now, look at this. We should never drink alcohol. Alcohol damages our nervous system and the brain. So, what can we relate here? Smoking damages the respiratory system, the lungs. And look here, the different organs. Now, other systems in the body, look at the pictures. Which pictures can we recall here? And all together, all the different, look at the nerve. The nerves are forming the nervous system. This is the skeletal system. Skeletal system is made up of different bones in our body. These are the bones of our body that they are showing in the picture. All the internal organs are covered up on all the sides by the bones so that they remain protected. Bones protect the internal organs of our body. So these are the altogether all the different systems. Always remember, just look at the picture. Now what all we all have learned? These are the different systems that we have learned in this chapter. All these different systems in our chapter. This is the respiratory system. Nose, trachea. This is the digestive system, starting with mouth and ending at anus. This is the circulatory system, and this is the skeletal system. Excretory system, having the 2 kidneys to remove all the waste products, which harmful products from our body. So many different systems, and all these different systems are interdependent on each other. Thank you, students.